Real estate appraisal practice test. Question 1. In a transaction involving a cooperative unit, which rule controls when there is a factor derived from comparable sales by dividing sale price by gross rent? Option A, highest and best use. Option B, gross rent multiplier. Option C, physical deterioration. Option D, adjustment. The correct answer is option B, gross rent multiplier. It uses gross income and does not directly account for individual operating expenses. The multiplier provides a quick value indication when properties have similar expense relationships. Consistency in the rent period is essential when applying the factor. Question 2. A appraiser asks about an independent supported opinion of value developed through a recognized valuation process. Which answer provides the legally accurate concept? Option A, functional obsolescence. Option B, potential gross income. Option C, appraisal. Option D, market value. The correct answer is option C, appraisal. The assignment requires identification of the property rights, intended use, effective date, and relevant market data. Licensing and professional standards govern who may provide regulated the formal valuation services. The report should explain the reasoning and evidence supporting the conclusion. Question 3. Daria encounters potential gross income adjusted for vacancy and collection loss plus other property income during an inspection period. Which principle should guide the analysis? Option A, potential gross income. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, conformity. Option D, effective gross income. The correct answer is option D, effective gross income. Operating expenses are deducted afterward to determine property minus level income. The figure estimates revenue reasonably expected from normal operations. It recognizes that not every unit will remain occupied and every charge will be collected. Stressed about your Maryland real estate? We can take Maryland real estate for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done. Question 4. Which choice best matches the description evaluation method combining land value with the depreciated cost of improvements? Option A, cost approach. Option B, contribution. Option C, capitalization rate. Option D, external obsolescence. The correct answer is option A, cost approach. Land is valued separately because it is not depreciated in the same manner as buildings. The method is useful for newer or special purpose improvements with limited sales data. The analyst estimates replacement or reproduction cost and subtracts accrued depreciation. Question 5. During review of a vacant parcel in Easton, the parties discuss a decrease in a superior property's value due to the influence of lower quality neighboring properties. Which term applies? Option A, external obsolescence. Option B, regression. Option C, appraisal. Option D, market price. The correct answer is option B, regression. Location and neighborhood consistency therefore matter in valuation. The surrounding market limits the return on overimprovement. A highly improved property may not command its full potential in a less desirable setting. Question 6. An exam scenario presents the most probable price a property should bring under typical conditions in an open and competitive market. Which answer is most accurate? Option A, replacement cost. Option B, substitution. Option C, market value. Option D, regression. The correct answer is option C, market value. The estimate assumes informed parties, reasonable exposure, and no unusual pressure to act. It is an opinion based on market evidence rather than the amount one particular person happens to pay. Financing terms and special concessions must be analyzed when they distort the transaction. Question 7. A licensee preparing for a contract revision must recognize a valuation method comparing the subject with recently sold similar properties. Which concept does this describe? Option A, accrued depreciation. Option B, cost approach. Option C, regression. Option D, sales comparison approach. The correct answer is option D, sales comparison approach. The adjusted evidence indicates how the market values the subject. Comparable sales are adjusted for meaningful differences in features, location, condition, and transaction terms. This method is especially useful when many similar properties have sold. Question 8. Which answer correctly classifies a situation involving the amount a property feature adds to or subtracts from overall value? Option A, contribution. Option B, effective gross income. Option C, functional obsolescence. Option D, accrued depreciation. The correct answer is option A, contribution. The cost of an improvement does not necessarily equal its market impact. This principle guides adjustment analysis and renovation decisions. Buyer preferences and local market expectations determine the feature's market impact. Are you looking for Maryland real estate actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access Maryland Real Estate Study Guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get Maryland Real Estate Answer Key today. Question 9. At a marketing review in Silver Spring, Malik explains effective gross income minus operating expenses before debt service and income taxes. Which real estate principle is involved? Option A, gross rent multiplier. Option B, net operating income. Option C, reproduction cost. Option D, comparative market analysis. The correct answer is option B, net operating income. The result is used in income capitalization and investment analysis. This measure reflects property operations rather than the owner's financing choices. Mortgage payments and depreciation deductions are not treated as operating expenses in the calculation. Question 10. A transaction file for a historic residence raises an issue involving the total loss in value from all causes affecting an improvement. Which answer best resolves the classification? Option A, market value. Option B, replacement cost. Option C, accrued depreciation. Option D, gross rent multiplier. The correct answer is option C, accrued depreciation. It is deducted from cost new in the cost approach. The analysis concerns value loss rather than accounting depreciation for tax reporting. The amount includes physical deterioration, functional problems, and external influences. Question 11. Which concept should a landlord apply to facts involving the current cost to construct a building with equivalent utility using modern materials and standards? Option A, gross rent multiplier. Option B, net operating income. Option C, adjustment. Option D, replacement cost. The correct answer is option D, replacement cost. Depreciation is subtracted when the method is used to value an existing improvement. It is often more practical than reproducing outdated design or craftsmanship. The estimate does not require an exact duplicate of the existing structure. Question 12. Farah is studying a rule concerning an increase in a lesser property's value due to the influence of superior neighboring properties. Which term should be chosen? Option A, progression. Option B, income capitalization approach. Option C, regression. Option D, highest and best use. The correct answer is option A, progression. Market perception can raise the value of a modest home located among more expensive homes. The benefit reflects surrounding quality rather than a physical change to the subject. The opposite influence is commonly described when an expensive property is surrounded by inferior properties. Question 13. When a small apartment building transaction involves the relationship between net operating income and value expressed as a percentage, which answer identifies the controlling concept? Option A, gross rent multiplier. Option B, capitalization rate. Option C, sales comparison approach. Option D, market price. The correct answer is option B, capitalization rate. Higher perceived risk commonly corresponds with a higher required rate and a lower value, all else equal. Dividing stabilized net operating income by this rate produces a direct capitalization value estimate. The rate should reflect market expectations for comparable investments. Question 14. A practice question describes the principle that value is supported when a property is reasonably consistent with surrounding properties. Which response is best? Option A, regression. Option B, substitution. Option C, conformity. Option D, cost approach. The correct answer is option C, conformity. Similarity in use, size, quality, and style can improve market acceptance. Complete uniformity is not required, but severe incompatibility can reduce value. Over-improvement may not return its full cost when it exceeds neighborhood expectations. Question 15. During an inspection period, which principle is illustrated by loss in value caused by influences outside the property boundaries? Option A, appraisal. Option B, gross rent multiplier. Option C, capitalization rate. Option D, external obsolescence. The correct answer is option D, external obsolescence. Market comparison helps measure the effect on value. Nearby nuisances, adverse land uses, or economic decline can reduce demand. The owner usually has limited ability to cure the source. Question 16. Which answer states the concept associated with the total income a property could produce at full occupancy and stated rent levels? Option A, potential gross income. Option B, conformity. Option C, gross rent multiplier. Option D, comparative market analysis. The correct answer is option A, potential gross income. Vacancy and collection losses must be deducted to reach a more realistic revenue measure. Other recurring property income may then be added. This amount assumes every rentable space is occupied and all scheduled rent is collected. Question 17. A seller handling a duplex in Rockville must identify loss in value caused by wear, damage, age, or deferred maintenance. Which choice is correct? Option A, progression. Option B, physical deterioration. Option C, substitution. Option D, cost approach. The correct answer is option B, physical deterioration. It is distinct from design problems and outside economic influences. Structural wear and short-lived component failure are common examples. The condition may be curable when repair cost is economically justified. Question 18. During a settlement preparation for a warehouse in Cumberland, Owen needs to identify the rule described as loss in value caused by outdated design, layout, or building features. Which answer applies? Option A, market price. Option B, highest and best use. Option C, functional obsolescence. Option D, progression. The correct answer is option C, functional obsolescence. An inefficient floor plan or inadequate utility can reduce market appeal. The condition can originate within the property even when the building is physically sound. Some deficiencies are curable, while others cost more to correct than the value they add.
Stressed about your FCLE? We can take FCLE for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. A closing agent is reviewing a townhouse in Westminster. Which term describes a dollar or percentage change made to a comparable to reflect a difference from the subject? Option A, reproduction cost. Option B, appraisal. Option C, income capitalization approach. Option D, adjustment. The correct answer is option D, adjustment. If the comparable is superior, the comparison change is generally downward, while an inferior comparable is adjusted upward. The comparable is adjusted, not the subject property. The process seeks to make each sale indication more comparable to the property being valued. Question 20. At a financing review, a Maryland exam candidate encounters the following description: a broker's market-based estimate used to help a client make listing or offering decisions. Which concept is being tested? Option A, comparative market analysis. Option B, functional obsolescence. Option C, conformity. Option D, gross rent multiplier. The correct answer is option A, comparative market analysis. The analysis compares recent sales, active listings, and market conditions. Its purpose is practical pricing guidance for a transaction. It is not a formal appraisal unless performed by a person acting within appraisal licensing authority. Question 21. Hector is assisting with a single-family home transaction in Cambridge. Which principle applies when the facts involve the legally permissible, physically possible, financially feasible use that produces maximum value? Option A, accrued depreciation. Option B, highest and best use. Option C, substitution. Option D, capitalization rate. The correct answer is option B, highest and best use. Land is considered as vacant and the improved property is also considered as currently developed. The analysis tests potential uses in a logical sequence. The conclusion may differ from the property's current use when another use is reasonably probable. Question 22. Which answer most accurately identifies the actual amount paid in a specific transaction in a real estate transaction? Option A, regression. Option B, effective gross income. Option C, market price. Option D, net operating income. The correct answer is option C, market price. It can differ from a supported value opinion because of motivation, financing, or unusual circumstances. One sale should be interpreted in the context of the wider market. The figure records what one buyer and one seller agreed upon. Question 23. A question arising during lease negotiation concerns the principle that a buyer will not pay more for a property than the cost of an equally desirable alternative. Which choice gives the best classification? Option A, effective gross income. Option B, regression. Option C, physical deterioration. Option D, substitution. The correct answer is option D, substitution. Adequate time and informed decision minus making are assumed. The principle supports all three major valuation approaches. Comparable opportunities place an upper limit on rational pricing. Question 24. While analyzing a retail suite, Zane must apply the concept involving a valuation method converting expected income into an indication of value. Which answer should be selected? Option A, income capitalization approach. Option B, physical deterioration. Option C, accrued depreciation. Option D, replacement cost. The correct answer is option A, income capitalization approach. The analysis focuses on the property's ability to produce future benefits. Net operating income and an appropriate capitalization rate are central to direct capitalization. This method is commonly applied to investment property. Question 25. Which real estate term is defined by the current cost to create an exact duplicate using substantially the same design and materials? Option A, accrued depreciation. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, conformity. Option D, comparative market analysis. The correct answer is option B, reproduction cost. Obsolete features may make the amount exceed the cost of a modern equivalent. This estimate can be important for historic or architecturally distinctive improvements. Accrued depreciation must still be considered for an existing building.